Hi, I'm Miro. I'm a TNT champion.
This is Rachel Ellering, the queen of Strong Smile.
I'm Eric Bischoff.
Live events, all right? When the WWE comes on the holiday tour, when they come to Ireland.
Or Davy Boy without hair braids.
As a fan with braids, as a daughter without braids.
And you
are watching
WrestleSlam.
WrestleSlam.
And you're watching WrestleSlam.
Welcome everybody to your latest episode of the WrestleSlam podcast on the WrestleSlam YouTube channel. So I am your host this evening, or this morning, wherever you may be tuning in from, Sensational Queen Lizzie, accompanied by Booker G 5 times, and the one and only, we all know he's in Vince's pocket, it's Phil Meltzer! Fabulous, guys, how are we?
The award-winning Phil Meltzer.
Oh, I'm sorry, the award-winning Phil Meltzer. You were in the presence of directing greatness, so bow down to the king. What can I say? So Phil is feeling fabulous with his award-winning skills. I'm sure he's had a very, very successful week. Congratulations, Phil Meltzer.
Thank you very much.
Hey!
Now, what was the award for, just for everybody watching, just in case they're wondering?
A short film that we did, Choices, is best cinematography.
Unbelievable. Absolutely. We're in the presence of greatness. Make sure and check it out. Actually, we should pop a link below for it, Phil, below this podcast for people to have a look at.
If it's online, I will, but it might still be private. I don't know. I'll check.
Oh, okay. Do you know, I'll probably save it for Cannes, maybe.
Keep an eye out for it, the Oscar.
Yeah.
It'll be available soon. It'll be available soon anyway, whenever.
Excellent. And Phil said I could be his +1. You heard it here first. I'm just saying. He said it before it came on air. Guys, as we all know, WrestleSlam Podcast is the only place for your news, reviews, booze, and shows. A very lucky Mini Orange Cassidy went home with a brand new spanking pair of Jordans from the one and only CM Punk. That boy did not sleep. There is no way. And I'd say I would be sniffing him. I wouldn't even be doing anything. I wouldn't put my feet in him. I would just look at him.
That boy, I hope he has security leaving Philadelphia. Run around Philadelphia with a pair of Jordans.
Oh my God.
He jumped outside the arena.
He'll be moped, God bless him, but so cute. Sure, God help us. And he was pure trying to stay cool because he had his sunglasses and his denim jacket on. But you know, inside he was absolutely just dying, you know, but amazing. Cracking straight in, guys, with AEW Dynamite because it's fresh off the grill, so it's the only way to start. We kicked off with the Super Elite taking on Bryan Danielson, Christian, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. Bit of a spot fest, guys, this match. Phil?
Yeah, oh, really good. The only thing I didn't like about it was the way they presented the entrances, but I know they did a packed show.
Yeah. You'd miss it.
Yeah, I know you would. But the match itself was great. I love Luchasaurus. He's going. I reckon he'll be huge.
Yeah, agreed. He's unbelievable. Enjoy this match, dog.
Epic.
Yeah,
loved it. Good way to open.
Great match. Yeah,
amazing way to open a show. Like, and when you finally got the boys, the Super Elite, in a match together, first time, probably first time since they were all together. And I don't know, was it Ring of Honor? Was the last time they were all together?
Could be asked
in a
before
match.
Adam Cole died.
Yeah,
could have been Ring of Honor. Yeah.
So it's been a long time coming, and it didn't disappoint.
No.
So many, you said it's a spot fest, but there was so many amazing spots in it. Like you said, Luchasaurus took out the whole Super Elite. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And I feel right. I think they should do something massive with him. Maybe not this year, but soon, maybe towards the end of 2022, give him a bit of a build up. Whether he turns on Jungle Boy, they split them up. He gets TNT run or something.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely needs something because he's super.
My only worry is if they turn him heel, that they'll change his character and he'll get lost.
Yeah, I think his character is quite unique, very, very unique, and it would be a shame to get lost in the shuffle, as you say, Phil. And you know what, as well, he's just got presence. You know what I mean? I think they'll find it very hard. And not so much very hard to boo him, but when they do boo him, it's going to be short-lived, and that's it, and he'll be into oblivion, and that'll be it. Which is such a shame because he has got presence, and build him up and let's run with it. Let's see what happens. You know,
going to be a Booker here now, Booker G. But I think
Booker G.
The whole Malachi Black thing is going to be like he's going to get try and get into people's heads, like Cody's turning, kind of the way they did with Bray Wyatt, every time somebody faced the Fiend, they turned heel, like, or they had a different personality. Like, now Cody's going to, obviously with the Iron stuff we'll talk about later on, like, so maybe down the road, like, if he faces, Jungle Boy or Luchasaurus in a match, that maybe, he'll start to turn evil or something, like.
Yeah, it could be cool, or maybe like, a couple of different personalities or something like that, or and then the way he would hypnotize people and stuff like that. So maybe the Fiends used to, maybe they're going to go down that kind of a road. We mentioned Punk earlier at the start, giving away his shoes, and of course the face pop for the Philly crowd, of course, and we have a setup for a match against Daniel Garcia, which is going to be interesting to see. Moving on from that, guys. Aaron Anderson's lost his fucking mind, and I am here for it. On my life, he's just lost his fucking marbles, and it's just amazing. And he's burning suits and he's burning ties, and he's like outside his window in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh my god! It's like, you gave me the wrong number, so I followed you home. It's that fucking vibe.
He, the guy from the bar.
The guy from the bar. It's amazing. It's so good. And even like a little bit of shade towards the Stardust character as well, about the paint and the star on the face. I was like, oh, Aaron's throwing shade. But yeah, Aaron's lost his goddamn mind. Are you here for Nutball Aaron?
Fuck it, why not?
I love it.
Yeah, why not?
Why
Like it could have easily been Cody Rhodes the heel and just beating on him. So
yeah, well, he's been quiet for the whole time he's been in Cody's corner. Like, he's just been holding the clipboard. Like, so you might make use of Aaron's ability to build up a good character.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to rub off really, really well, and hopefully, as you were saying earlier, Cody comes back as like the biggest heel ever. Do you know what I mean? It will be great because he has to, because no one's going to buy this. Aaron, stop picking on me. I'm super nice anymore. Nobody's going to buy it. So hopefully we'll get that big dirty heel that we want from Cody. Moving on from that, then we had Sammy Guevara versus Bobby Fish. And congratulations, Bobby Fish. He is now All Elite. Super happy for him. Super happy for him. He deserves it, and he looks $1 million. This was a nice matchup. I think kind of Sammy's high flying, and like Bobby Fish is quite, he's quite technical. So it was kind of a nice mix of the two. Did you like this match, Phil?
Brilliant, yeah. The only thing again is before the match was that cringy thing with him with the care. It was just too. I don't know what it was. It was just like, turn one of these heel now, please.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's maybe a little bit too happy-go-lucky that it's bordering on the cheese kind of side of it, and not in a good way.
The match was brilliant, though. Really good.
Yeah, definitely.
That dragon suplex off the top rope. He landed in the splits position. I was like, his nuts must have went up his ass. Like,
around his ears.
But before, Bobby Fish had a promo. Like, I can't remember Bobby Fish ever speaking in NXT.
He never got a word. No.
I don't think I can't remember, him actually getting a promo. So it was good that he actually talked, because when he started talking, I was like, that's what he sounds like.
Yeah. And tell me, long-term booking, what's this mean for Bobby Fish? Come on, Booker G, you said it earlier.
Oh, that's
amazing.
long years down the road. Like, but when Kyle O'Reilly, if he ever leaves NXT and comes to AEW, like, that he shows up, and him and Bobby Fish and Adam Cole turn on the Elite, and they have a War Games match. Former Undisputed Era against the Elite.
It's the fantasy, lads. It's the fantasy booking, and that's why we have Booker G here.
They own the War Games matches, like they've been in all, pretty much all of them.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I'd love to see him. As I say, it's long-term booking, but you heard it here first. If it happens on WrestleSlam, the only place for it.
And even long-term booking, you'd have Finn Balor involved.
Oh, the whole fucking shebang.
Or AJ, God. Even AJ's contract's coming up soon.
Yeah.
I can see him finishing his career in AEW.
Or, well, we won't talk about it, but Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll put that in our news in a little bit, guys. But I'd love to see AJ finish his career in AEW, similar to how Bryan Danielson is. From that, the American top team came in and attacked Sammy Guevara at the very, very end. And, of course, Inner Circle came in to make this save. Now, I love the way the American top team pander to the crowd. I love it. I love the way they wind up the crowd, and nothing will set my heart alight more and burst with happiness to seeing Judas a cappella.
Yeah.
I just, it's just phenomenal, and I love the way they have the crowd in the palm of their hand. It just makes me so, so happy. And then Chris Jericho threatened to beat the living shit out of all of them. Lads, commentary in AEW are dropping these bombs like they don't matter. People get hurt. People get upset and realize what's going on. Excalibur last week telling us that the apron is not the hardest part of the ring. Okay, I've just about got over it, that it's actually the ring post. Then JR comes out and tells us that the living shit is the worst type of shit to get beaten out of you. I'm just like, I'm not ready for these bombshells anymore. Can you come with a fucking warning next time? So you heard it here first, guys, from JR. Living shit is the worst type of shit to get beaten out of you. So,
have you ever watched? Do you watch the fight version of it?
We would rather not comment on that.
Okay.
We watch it. Just say
we watch it. That's all you need to know.
Oh, it's just the commentary changes mid matches. It's kind of funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they start going very kind of jokey and kind of saying a lot of nonsense
during the breaks, like.
Yeah, during the breaks, yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, right. That explains it.
I see it. So sometimes we watch it where the breaks actually, they don't show them on it, and they run through it.
We'll have to have a listen the next time.
They're the ones that normally end up in Botchmania.
On Botchmania, yeah. Normally Taz's commentary. Oh, we'll have to have a little listen, so definitely.
They even change their tone. They kind of go more jokey and kind of, it just.
That's it. I'd say they probably like taking a bit of a breather and just kind of chilling. Oh, we'll definitely have to have a listen to that. So, because we all love the giggle.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Picture in picture.
Speaking of picture in picture, right? Darby Allin, and Nick Comoroto.
Yeah.
A lot of that match was picture in picture and adverts. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of blink and you miss, and then the match was kind of done. I think it was more just to get a pop for Darby Allin as opposed to anything else. There wasn't really much to it. What do you guys think?
It was the anniversary show. I think they were trying to get the 4 pillars of AEW on the show, even though one of them wasn't seen on camera, in their face. But it was just a way of getting Darby on the show, really. Yeah,
I think so.
They should do so much more with that guy, Camarado.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah, he's huge. Do you know what I mean? Well, build him up for Luchasaurus. Nice 2 big guys.
But even he could be like MJF's new heavy.
He'd be good as a heavy, actually, because do you know what? He has that presence as well, and he looks scary. I'm not being funny, but he does. You know, that kind of way. He's
like the Berserker. Remember the Berserker back in the 90s?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If the Berserker and Killian Dane had a baby, that's who you'd have. Do you know what I mean? And then Sting, God bless, is no selling the
cutter.
Thank you, diamond cutter. I was like, I can't think of the words. The word's gone yet. No selling the diamond cutter. From that, then we went on to Hikaru, Sheila, and Serena Deeb.
This is very good. This is really
match of the night. Then that was my match of the night.
Yeah, outstanding. And she does 50th match on AEW.
Unbelievable. What a clinic. I mean, any woman in that locker room, I hope to God, was glued to that match, and the men, because that was something else. And I think, do you know what? For anyone who's looking to develop their skills, both in ring, their selling, their technical ability, God help us, put them in with Serena Deeb. I mean, Jesus Christ, that woman just is phenomenal. So yeah,
every time she gets better, and I don't know how, because every match is just amazing.
Yeah, unbelievable. And she can go. I'm not being funny. It's not just kind of out of a respect for Serena Deeb. The way sometimes we do that with former stars, that it's out of respect, but Jesus Christ, it'd be nearly rude to say that it's almost like she's in her prime now. It's unbelievable. So good.
Chance to shine, really, on national TV.
Yeah, exactly.
She has the
opportunity. Yeah, she has the opportunity for sure.
That's how you do a heel turn properly. That's how you get heat.
Oh yeah. Smash up the trophy. Absolutely.
That was supposed to be the big crowning moment. Nah, not happening.
Essentially, we all have a good bitch. We absolutely do. Smash.
But imagine the pop now if she does beat Serena for her 50th win, that pop will be huge.
That's true as well. Do you know what I mean? Because Hikaru, she was kind of lost there for a little bit, I think. So looking forward to seeing how that pans out, to be honest. Just shortly before that, we were introduced to a new title. Delighted that there is a new title in the women's division. Super, super happy. And of course, it's essential to give a nod to your, your kind of network sponsor, I suppose, or your new home for the show. I just wish they put a little bit more space between the T and the B.
Yeah.
Like the host title, unfortunately. And it was just, I was like, come on. And I know it's the logo and stuff, but just a quarter of an inch so it doesn't look like it says host that's been spelt wrong. I was like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, terrible. Yeah, no, it's really bad.
But
whoever designed this should really just be, I don't want to fire someone over it, but it kind of is pretty bad.
Say the graphics they took off the TBS logo was just, that was it. Like, so they didn't really think that far ahead until whoever was spotted it and said, oh, shit.
They might fix it. Tony Khan is known for this kind of fixing.
Yeah, they fix the TNT one, didn't they?
Sure, they've 3 or 4 different versions of the TNT tail already, so there's no reason why they couldn't just
a quarter of an inch, or make the letters black or something, just something. So it's not the whole title basically. Surely Jade Cargill's winning that tournament.
You think so?
Right?
I mean, there's not many that I could stand out. I'd love Serena Deeb to win it, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you know what? She'd actually be another good contender as well. And do you know what? It would be good from a training and improvement perspective as well if she gets a lot of matches, a lot of in-ring action with those who are still kind of working on their craft. That would be pretty cool, I think, from a training perspective. But
I also think because they now have so many women, it's time to create a women faction.
Oh, big time. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Because DMD isn't a faction as such. Because
like someone like Layla Hirsch could easily, and those little names there, like those ones could easily just get over just being with Jade Cargill or whoever.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. There's plenty of them there to do it,
They should treat it like the TNT title, though. So if they're, TNT titles defended every week on, Dynamite, then TBS titles defended every week on Rampage or vice versa. Like, they build up and give people a chance to, at least everybody on the card will, every woman will eventually get a title shot at something. Like.
Exactly. That's what you want.
Experience.
Yeah, bang on, lovely, bang on. Booker G, bye. No stopping them this week. Guys, we then went on to our main event, the Casino Ladder Matter, as I've wrote down, Casino Ladder match. I won't go straight to the end. We'll just carry on with who was on it. So we start off with Pac and Orange Cassidy, of course. Bastard Pac, we love him. In comes El Idolo. El Idolo took a nasty bump to the outside through a table on his shoulders. I winced when I seen it. Matt Hardy, followed by Lance Archer, who was fighting like a mad thing in the crowd with John Moxley. A couple of people and a few kids went flying there at some of their spots. It was kind of
what was the Archer entrance about? Who was that guy?
It was a bit
ring crew. Something.
I don't know, yeah. But he was kind of made out to be more or something, or he kind of stood out, didn't he?
Yeah, it was random.
Yeah, very random, like. But sometimes as well, just have these guys, because then it happened as well a few weeks ago around the ring, wasn't it? There was all the ring crew, but it looked like a lumberjack match, and it was just like, what's going on?
Yeah. Trying to push Archer as a heel again because he was face for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, he went face for a while. He was feuding with those UFC fighters.
Yeah, that's right. Like he was feuding with the Scorpio Sky, and they took him out and nothing more about it.
I think it's because Jake was injured. Jake went off, had surgery on his foot or his leg. So I'd say when he comes back, maybe. I can't wait for him to come back. He's going to get a great pop. We love Jake the Snake. Fabulous. And give him all the love in the world. He's brilliant. And then all the boys were at it, and out came our Joker. Woo! Hangman Adam fucking Page, cowboy shit. We love it, and what a pop, lads! He's the faciest of the faces. He's fabulous, and we're so happy for him. And of course, he went on to win it, but not without some fucking amazing spots, guys. The Deadeye, absolutely phenomenal, blew my mind, and that's the buckshot lariat to Lance Archer as well. I was just like. No, but you know what? It was like you were on the edge of your seat with some of the moves. They were just phenomenal, and he got such a mad pop. Happy he won, Phil.
Delighted, yeah. It's the future. Like I reckon the match is at the next pay-per-view.
Think so?
Has to be.
Is he winning?
100% for me, but AEW could change their mind. I don't want him to win so badly. Yes.
Yeah.
What you talking about, Willis? He better be winning. I can't deal. Surely he's winning enough.
100%. He has to win.
He's gotta be.
If it's not a full gear, he has to cash it in and win anyway. Like, if they're going to continue the Daniel Bryan feud with Omega, they don't need, they had him on, they had O'Brien's first 5-star match with no title on the line. There's no reason he needs to have a title on the line the next match if they're going to have one. Like,
but what you said is probably true. They probably have the Iron Man match and a Rampage.
I hope they have an Iron Man match, but they don't need the title on the line at all.
No, the feud doesn't need a title whatsoever. It doesn't.
My only worry is that when he wins the belt, that he'll be feuding with, like, do you remember when WWE used to do this thing where Daniel Bryan won, he fought Kane first?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Hopefully the booking isn't poor for him. Surely it's not, because when he does win, the pop is going to be crazy. He's so over and people love him.
Yeah.
So surely we'll book him well.
Definitely get a good, 9-10 months out of him being champion, and before maybe
definitely up until the Double or Nothing anyway, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Surely, yeah. Hopefully.
Well, long term, everybody said it, like, next has to be Hangman, next has to be MJF after that, and Darby after that, and they're already booking 2 years in advance, like, but unless he wins it, that booking's not gonna do it, though. Like.
Very true.
I think Bryan Danielson won't even win the belt.
I don't think he doesn't need it.
No, not at all.
We always said, how selfless he is. Like, he didn't join AEW to be champion. He joined to
wrestle,
fight all these fucking young talent that he always.
A TNT champion would be good for him.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go. I wouldn't go further than that. That's enough.
I would stick him in a tag team with Punk or somebody and let them win the tag team titles just for the hell of it. If they're going to win a title, the two of them, I would give them a run as tag team champions just for a few months. Like.
Yeah, definitely. Why not? Give them something. But as you said, they both just want to wrestle. They're enjoying it now, and we all are too. Wrestling is finally enjoyable to watch again. So, yeah, give them what they want. Give us what we want as well, lads. From AEW, we'll jump back a night to NXT 2.0. I don't give a flying fuck what happened on this show, only for the fact that Tony D made his in-ring debut, and I am obsessed. I am absolutely obsessed. I can't even deal with it. He came out in a velour tracksuit, which is just essential. He tried to bribe the referee, essential, and took off the top to show a white vest that he's going to wrestle in. It's everything I wanted, and I didn't know I wanted, and so much more. He's just phenomenal. I actually can't even deal with it, and he's so over. Lads, they were chanting his name before the match even got halfway through. It's phenomenal. I am obsessed, and whatever he's fucking selling, I am buying twice. Forget about it. What did you think, Tony D?
Grown on me because those vignettes really, really helped sell him.
Yeah.
Before he came in, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but he did. I think the match was pretty good.
Yeah, I can't agree more.
I wasn't sure what to expect. I've never seen him wrestle before. He's been new to me. Was he from where's he actually from?
He's a collegiate All-American wrestler. I don't think he's ever had. I don't know if he's ever on the Indies. I think they got him in like half the NXT roster now. They're all, amateur wrestlers or football players. There's no real indie stars that they've brought
athletes. In. Yeah, a lot of athletes coming in. But it's just everything. I'm just obsessed. I cannot wait to see where this goes. Tell me, Tony D.
Money.
He not money. He has it all. He just has it all. And I will gush and wax lyrical about him for the next 20 minutes. I really don't mind. But we have the rest of it to talk about, I suppose.
Could you imagine if the $1 Million Man was still around and Tony trying to buy the fucking title?
He's my all-time favorite heel, the $1 Million Man. I just think he was amazing. I thought he was brilliant, kicking out the ball with the young fella dribbling it. I'd be like, I would have fucking kicked it too. I love it. And for him and Tony D, stop, I can't deal with it. I get too excited. Mandy Rose defeating Ember Moon. Mandy's getting a huge push, guys.
And I'm all for it. I think she's brilliant.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Completely.
Isn't she finally being showcased in the right way?
Yeah, when she was in one of the chamber matches a year or so ago, and I was like, get this woman off my TV. She's was so bad.
Bypassable. But just how she was booked and how she was presented, she could never show what she was, and she is a badass. We've seen it.
She's complete now. She's literally complete. They got
Yep.
rid of the blonde, fucking bimbo-ish, fucking whatever she was, you know, and you knew she was athletic as hell, like,
Yeah.
and she was ripped. You know, she's, you know, she lifts like so. That finisher last night was, or whenever it
before.
was, and Tuesday night, the flying knee looked fucking.
She's kind of like when Trish Stratus years ago. She's just kind of evolved so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just like a switch flicked and everything just started to slot into place. So I can see her taking the title off Raquel.
100%. I wonder, has the the stress of the main roster just gone off her shoulders?
It could be. She bounced around there
Seriously.
for a while, lads, didn't she? Do you know what I mean? There was like, what's she doing, what's she not doing? Look at poor Dana Brooke now, God bless us. So totally. But yeah, chuffed for her. LA Knight and Odyssey Jones.
I like Odyssey Jones, but
I do too.
LA Knight's money if they fucking right.
I was very surprised he wasn't called up.
Yeah, I thought he would be called up too,
I did too.
because he is like older, like compared to the rest of the roster, and he's well established. He's amazing on the mic, and he's got a good moveset. Like, so I thought he had fit in perfectly on the main roster. But now that Miz is out dancing, like, so they could have used somebody like that in there.
Another mouthpiece, definitely. Was very, very surprised at it.
I'm not sure about that guy. You want the fair chase. I'm not sure about
Wrestling in a sweater hashtag. Yeah, I know it's Phil. Yeah, I'll go with you. I'm not sure either. I don't know how we're going to.
NXT UK have Eddie Dennis who does it way better.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
It's kind of.
They're going for the more Mr. fucking Rogers kind of thing, like.
Yeah, it's similar, but they're trying to move it in a more US direction, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? To make it more relatable to them.
I like the fact they're trying something, but it's just
maybe if you put a Rydell High cardigan, like, it might be better.
Oh my God. What was the man who used to walk along when you want the big ponytail? He used to go, "Hi, Sandy!" And she used to swing her ponytail like this. Do you remember her? And your man was in the cardigan next to her.
Eugene, your glasses, no. Oh,
No,
the guy with
like
the fucking jumper tied around.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that's who he should be. Yeah, and they should come up to the ring going, "We go together like getting." They totally should. Do.
Not tonight.
So yeah, definitely we're here for the old Grease movement there on NXT 2.0, which is what it shall be called from now on. Braun Breaker has challenged Ciampa. Is it too soon?
No, because if he wins, he'll become a megastar.
Yeah.
But I'm worried that once he hits that, that's it. He's not going to have a long title reign, and it's just because I hate to say this, but you know the way NXT is with nepotism. It's just that it's going to be like you're getting this because of your history that came before you, and we're going to push it straight away, and then it's it.
Doesn't Vince have heat with Scott Steiner?
Yeah, kind of. Like, Scott's just, that's more of Stephanie and Triple H have.
Yeah.
Kind of pissed him off, but that never seemed to bother Vince in the past. Like, he doesn't really give a shit about, their opinions. Like, somebody's good for business, they're good for business, whether it's, they've had shit in the past or not. But I do think if this match is going down, if it is just the two of them and Joe Gacy isn't involved in the match, I could see Braun Breaker winning it.
Yeah, I just hope they don't ruin him. They just do that whole thing out of respect of who your family are, and then it's short-lived, and then he's just into oblivion and becomes a bit of a joke Steiner, if that makes sense. From that then, guys, as you just mentioned, Joe Gacy, he defeated Ikemen Jiro.
Jiro's attire is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like
his face is all over his jacket.
Drip, like, I mean, Planet Ikemen, population fucking 1. He's his own biggest fan. It's amazing, like, and you're right, the ring gear, the drip is just on fucking point, like. And then there's a little appearance in the audience from Hellraiser. We had Parker Bordeaux, I always call him. I can't call him that fucking name.
I don't know what they're doing because this
Harlan, is it?
Yeah, Harlan, yeah.
And Harlan sounds like
Harlan was the guy from Power Rangers.
Yeah. I don't. It's just like they've shaved his head, and I don't know whether he looks like
They shaved his eyebrows as well. They're gone too.
there's not a hair left on him. Like, you know, I'm like kind of I don't know. Does he look badass, or does he need like eyeliner to make him a bit look
He's
more?
a fucking monster, though.
He's a beast, though. But I just feel like somebody took Boss Baby's head and stuck it on this big muscly man.
Next week we'll find out, because
You know?
Joe Gacy is in that match against Tommaso Ciampa to get into the match. So obviously, you know, he may show up and make an appearance, like, and either cost Joe Gacy the match or help Joe Gacy win the match to get into the match, and maybe be his, you know,
Maybe his muscle, or turn it into a forward.
left bodyguard. No,
Maybe.
don't think he'll be getting into it either.
I'm actually, you know, in the last few weeks I've enjoyed NXT. The change has actually been great.
So far, so good, hasn't it? To be fair, few things are questionable, but yeah, I felt, you know, so far so good.
It's a real start. Like you're going to.
It needed it.
It's going to take time, but it's good that they have Halloween Havoc coming up. That they have something to aim towards.
Yeah.
Because they have to have something to aim towards. Otherwise, they're just going in circles.
Yeah, it's good they've something coming up, because we want our takeovers as well back, though. So, you know, get working on your takeovers.
And I want a zombie match back again, like
Yes.
they had with fucking Dexter and Cameron Grimes last year. Like,
Yeah.
not like the Miz and Demon Priest.
No. I want a zombie match, a zombie versus zombie match. I want the zombie who was at Index's wedding to take on this
Referee.
year's zombie, the referee. Exactly. That's, I think, we all need in our lives. Guys, what's going on with Frankie Monet? Now, I know Cora G kind of stole a victory, but what's going on?
I don't know. She seems a bit lost.
She
Like
does, I don't
that
understand
promo
why.
she did that promo where she's kind of like, let's do something different. So I don't know where it's gonna go.
Again,
Yeah.
she wasn't drafted either, which
No.
surprised.
And you know what as well? I think there was plans in the making for her with the whole Robert Stone brand thing, the whole Mandy Rose thing and everything before they shook up NXT. I think it was, and then it's just kind of like gone to the wall. Now we don't really know. So hopefully they've got bigger and better things coming up for her, you know.
Cora's pretty talented.
For sure, yeah. So great for her. God, don't get me wrong. I just don't see where they're going with Frankie Monet.
Thing is, like, again, like, isn't she'd be kind of older as well, so you
Yeah.
you're surprised she hasn't gone on.
She's
Yeah.
established, like, you know, she's again like a female version of Ellie Knight. She's done loads in the indie scenes, and
Yeah.
you know, she's talented, super on the mic, and you know, John Morrison's on Raw, like, so they
Yeah.
put a lot of couples together during the draft, so I didn't see why they didn't put them together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, as well as that as well, she would add even more credibility to either women's division on SmackDown or Raw. She would have, without a doubt. So I'm surprised as well. Pete Dunne defeated Cameron Grimes. God help us, Cameron Grimes trying to find a date, but I'm like, no. As much as I love to hate him, he still smells like cheese, and there's bits of food stuck in his chest here. I know there is.
I wonder, will they write Holland off because they have 2 weeks, don't they, before he's gone?
They'll
Like-
have to.
I don't know. They normally, you know, people normally take the loss on the way up, like, but he hasn't done anything really. Like, it's not like
No.
he's a title or anything. He's just bodyguard with
It's
a
just
stick.
kind of lurking, yeah. So no, that's a good point. But it would be really, really cool to see how they're going to kind of write him out of NXT, you know.
Because I see they've announced Swerve is fighting Escobar, which he'd probably lose.
Oh, he'll have to. No, he's taking that title with him.
Yeah.
You know, which is good, because I prefer the title on Escobar, because I have to think twice about who has it when it comes to Isaiah Swerve Scott. No reflection on him, but he's just got lost in the shuffle of Hit Row. Indy Hartwell defeated Mei Ying. Another one. This is another
Honestly,
Frankie
with
Monet
Mei.
who's just lost.
There was a lot of matches like that, wasn't there? Like, there was just like, what, really? Why are they beating her?
The
Like,
whole story about the condoms was quite funny, though.
yeah.
Oh my God, guys, dear Jesus.
9.5.
I'm just like, TMI. But do you know what? I know this sounds terrible, but I'm kind of like, I want them to break up.
They probably will.
I know, but I don't like this. I don't mind the bit of gimmick that was going on with Dexter Loomis, because it was the whole, the way and the family, you know, but now that's kind of torn apart a little bit with Austin Theory being called to Raw, I'm kind of a bit, I kind of want Dexter Loomis's mystique back. So either Indy needs to go full on blue-eyed cold stare and crawl across the ring, or something has to happen,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, especially because, as we were saying earlier, Gargano looks like he's gone.
Yeah, I changed his Twitter handle to Pro Wrestler. So
Oops,
sorry.
That is like if he leaves, Candice LeRae still has like 8 months left.
You do?
Yeah.
Like, wait, she's pregnant. Like, why would you leave a guaranteed paycheck?
Yeah.
No, let your contract run out. You're not guaranteed.
Maybe they're told him like that you're not going to be anyone on NXT. You're just going to fuck guys over.
Yeah, but like you know, as much as like I'd love him to be on AEW, like that card is the roster so stacked. Like exactly what they fit in on that roster. Like
Well,
yeah,
here's the dirt. Well, here's what I think, because when Adam Cole was on Chris Jericho's podcast, right, he was saying himself and others who he can't name because they're still there were under the impression that their contracts were up in December. Theirs were up in December, but Adam Cole's wasn't. His was up earlier, as we all know, because he's now obviously on. He's All Elite. So I think Johnny Gargano was in that fold, and I wouldn't be surprised if he is already in talks with others, because why would you take such a risk unless you're sure of what your future is?
Yeah.
So I think there's been the chats. That's the tea. That's the tea I'm spilling.
Like Gargano must be like 35, is he? 36?
I think he is, yeah, mid-30s, yeah.
So next 5 years are his big years.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he wasn't drafted either, so he's obviously not going up or across.
I think
he's in NXT now 7 years.
Yeah.
What else can he do?
Yeah.
He's done the tag team, he's done the fucking he's done the false count anywhere. He's done everything, he's done the comedy as well, so yeah, what's left?
Problem is, like, with Kevin Owens and all these guys, Sami Zayn, they can't, AEW is just going to be like fraud, as Jar said, like fraud is.
Well, I suppose it all depends on how they book them then as well. Do you know what I mean? Because we have to remember as well, the AEW is only getting bigger. WWE is there and they are oversaturated because they hoarded everything, So let's see how they book them, I suppose. From that, we had the Fatal 4-Way with MSK, and then Imperium came out with the Attack. Yep. There's some people we haven't seen in our screen in a while.
I think Walter's coming next as well.
There's Walter, yeah.
A matter of time.
Another one we thought would be getting. He said, what was said that I'm not going to speculate about his personal life, but there was a reason why he was coming to America. He was changed his mind to come to America. I don't know if it's true or not, whether that's the reason, but he was apparently had a change of heart, and he decided
there's a massive change of heart. Yeah, that he'll come in the next 6 months or something to America to live. Well,
he has nothing else to do in NXT UK. Like, he's lost the title now, and what did they do with him when he's not champion? Like,
that's true. You know what? Further down the line, I'd love to see him against Parker Bordeaux.
Yeah.
That was, well, yeah, to be fair, anybody, but somebody who can, he can kind of put over as well, even though he's still in his head, is Brock. Take my fucking money. Imagine
the Chop Fest versus Suplex City.
Oh my God. Then we'll see who's got the tightest tits in the business. Jesus Christ, after them slaps, what? Guys, from NXT, we had just some news this week on the second pool of drafts even for WWE. So as follows, there's no way of memorizing these guys. So all of these are onto Raw. Becky Lynch, not surprised. We did say that. We did call that. We were sure she was going. And of course, the hubby went over as well, Seth. So it's finally going to be Monday Night Rollins again. So that was one of the nicest versions of Seth that we have seen. Kevin Owens is off to Monday Night Raw as well. But for how long? We'll speculate a little over that, but surely there's not much left there. They need to do something with him, or he just needs to get... Because...
Vince Russo's podcast, Vince Russo, I like Vince, but like the stuff he was saying about Kevin Owens was on call for the other day.
Really?
Yeah, and then he was saying he should be booked like an everyday man who eats chips at home and looks after his kids.
But like Vince,
he said other stuff about him as well. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
No, Vince is still living in the past. Like, things have moved on and times have changed.
Yeah.
Street Profits over to Monday Night Raw. I think that is a good call for them, because I'm not really sure who else they could face on SmackDown or how many more times.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well,
No, I mean, they're not spoiled for choice on Raw, don't get me wrong.
it's not even
but
that true. Half the SmackDown Tag Team division went to Raw.
yeah.
You
Well,
know-
this is it, but at least we'll see them on a different colour. Do you know what I mean? Just something, give us something. And it's only right, they throw up red cups. Come on. I know they changed to blue, but it should be always red. Red is the colour, and they are fire. I'm glad they didn't split them up. Very happy. Finn Balor, surprised he was a 4th round pick, but hey ho, yes, off he went to Monday Night Raw as well. So
I think we said that we didn't know where he was going to go after the rain stuff. So
yes. So good, start him off afresh. Let's get going. And what were we saying? We were saying the Demon is going to turn up on Raw because the Demon has never been defeated on Raw. He went from undefeated to never defeated on Raw. And then it's going to be like, he's never been defeated on a Monday in May. He's never been defeated at 8 o'clock on a Monday. You know, but yeah, some nice new feuds definitely surely lined up for him. And surely down the road, we're going to get him with AJ Styles when AJ's finished with him. We have to, you know what I mean? A proper match that was called for. And Gable Steveson, straight onto Raw, and a little reaction with the family. Guys, is it too much too soon with this young man still in college, or are you here for Gable Steveson being pushed to the moon?
I'm not pushed to the moon, but like mid-push, just see how this is his first time going into the American audience, so we got to see how he is.
Yeah. I was surprised that he was like, you know, he was drafted as a pick and he wasn't like, you know, on Talking Smack or like, you know, Raw Talk. I was really surprised.
But in saying that, Kurt Angle was thrown in and he pushed to the moon, so.
Yeah, that's very true.
Speaking of Kurt Angle, there was talk that there may be a chance Kurt comes back to be his manager, or because he was given the option last year of coming in as somebody back in Matt Riddle, like, then he turned it down. But the story, the long-term story they had.
I'd love the vignettes of Kurt training him, would be amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they have
good.
They have plenty of time to do that. Like, you know, he can be still in college and have Kurt getting him ready for the main roster call up whenever it happens, whenever he actually appears. Like whether they're going to hold off to WrestleMania or maybe even further down the line. I don't know. Like, but he doesn't have to wrestle immediately straight away. Like, so. No,
and it has to be the right fit with Kurt Angle. Do you know what I mean? It has to be the right fit. So I think that could be a really, really good call.
Kurt's other son.
Oh my God. Jason Jordan's going to currently be like,
Gable Kurt's son.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They're going to change his name because that's they need to buy the rights to his fucking name. Otherwise, like, that's his real name. Like, you know, WWE changing
they'll have to
people's names.
create
like,
something, yeah.
You can't just call him Gable. It was like Chad Gable. Like.
God, I'm worried he's going to be like Earth Kangle next week or something.
I just got a bad thought now. They're going to put him in fucking Alpha Academy. I was like, bleh.
Right. No lie. What's his name?
Otis?
No.
Chad Gable.
Yeah. Chad Gable. When I saw Gable Stevenson, I was like, are they going to go like Gable and Otis? Or, you know, the way there has to be something fucking stupid.
Well, they can trademark. They can re-trademark the Alpha. American Alpha catchphrase was Ready, Willing, and Gable. Remember that?
Yeah.
They had that catchphrase for a while, like, so he could
like, yeah, it's pretty cool, yeah.
I suppose they
could,
but like,
it's just when I saw these guys going over, I was like 24/7, 24/7, God, Otis 24/7. I wouldn't be surprised if Otis is back eating food off a table in 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, carrying a turkey leg around, yeah, surely, because I don't know what else we're going to do with that, so.
Yeah.
Poor old.
Tegan Knox moved to Raw.
Yeah.
Lads, they split them up. What's that about? Like, what was the whole fucking point? They never got their title shot.
Yeah, I know.
The fuck? So Shotzi now is just wandering around in the tank on her own. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I just. Tegan. Oh, lads.
Overall, the draft, I found the draft very underwhelming overall.
Predictably, always. You know, you always hope upon hope against hope that something spectacular is going to happen. And the fact that there was even less called up from NXT this time, like, give the talent that's there that bit longer another shot if they want it, because I'd say something probably don't. But yeah, underwhelming, Phil, to say the least. And over to SmackDown, then we had Sheamus. Well, Booker G is dying for a bar reunion because they don't just set the bar, lads. They are the fucking bar. So we want the bar back together because they were, of all the tag teams that got thrown together, they survived, proved everybody wrong, and they were amazing.
They were incredible, yeah.
WrestleMania matches.
Yeah. We should have them back, I think. Shayna Baszler finally getting that ass fucking kicking mad bitch moment that she can beat anybody, loving it, glad she's getting her own solo push. Xylee called up, interested to see what they're going to do with her. Really interested to see what they're going to do with her.
Again, with her, I just feel they put the wrong reasons. They want the Japanese audience or the Chinese audience. Yeah.
She's the only Chinese star, like, so.
But the concern then is, who are they going to pit her against? And she at the moment is a badass and ripped to shit. Mm-hmm. So we don't want her coming back out with the majorette batons going, you know.
What was that lady's name with your man over? Back in the early 2000s on SmackDown, there was like a geisha lady.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the
you
know, there was a
I know who you're on about, but we're worried that they're going to go full on their version of Asian with her, you know, and that's fearful because she is just phenomenal. And I'm afraid I'm interested in what they do, but kind of half expecting
She's actually, a martial artist who actually knows how to use a sword as opposed to Drew, who points one. Like, so, like, if they're going to have her as a sword as her gimmick coming out the ring, at least she knows how to use it.
Yeah. Definitely. I'd like to see her against Shayna Baszler. The way the Viking Raiders are over on SmackDown. I'm not really sure what to make of that. Ricochet, hopefully, fresh new coat of paint. I'm going to do something with Ricochet because he's wasted at the moment. So hopefully they're going to do something with him. Humberto and Angel Garza are on SmackDown. Still early days for that tag team, but I don't hold out much hope, unfortunately. I just think they might get a little bit lost in the shuffle, but hopefully they don't. And Rich Holland called up, so interesting to see what they're going to do with his character because he was kind of more of a, as we mentioned earlier, more of the meat and the muscle. So,
That'd be interesting to see what
Sheamus.
It'd be hard to know, like,
he's a brawler.
I just put him with someone, like.
Yeah, he's a brawler, like, so maybe Sheamus, you know, because Sheamus hits hard, you know, and Ridge be able to take it. So, maybe. Lots of speculation.
If they need to stop this 50-50 booking, then we'll be grand.
Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. There's more rubber matches now than in fucking Dexter Loomis's fucking house coat pocket.
With Sheamus, he said it himself when he was drafted, the Intercontinental title's the only one he's never held.
Yes.
Like, so he's looking for the what do they call it? The Grand Slam?
Yeah, it's in his sights.
Hopefully with Jeff Hardy, they bring in Willow, which they really need to do something with.
He said Willow's
they have to change him up.
I don't know whether Willow will transfer over to the WWE audience or not, like the way it was with Impact. Like, so
you know, he needs a bit of a refresh though, because you know it's just it needs a bit of a freshen up. It needs a new lick of paint.
Well, he just got his old theme music back, like. So if he's going to be Willow, he mightn't be, and don't be Finn Balor or Demon, like be Willow 100% of the time. Don't be Jeff Hardy 1 week and Willow at pay-per-views, like, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do something like that.
I know, lads, there's a lot of speculation. Look, come here. There's a lot to be excited about. I know it wasn't as overwhelming as we thought, and we hoped, not we thought. We kind of had an idea where it was going to go, that we hoped it might be, but look, hopefully there's some fresh new matches and fresh maybe new not fresh new tag teams, so maybe like, you know, reacquaintances, hashtag the bar. And yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see where it goes. Excited for the women's division. I think there's definitely room for some new matches there and new feuds. So really looking forward to see how that goes. As always, it has been a pleasure to chat in the presence of cinematography glory, being our Phil Meltzer. Married to the one and only Booker G 5 times, and of course just ruling the roost, Queen Betty. Guys, have a fabulous rest of your week. We will be back again this weekend, of course, with the team for our review of AEW Rampage, all the news, reviews, booze, and maybe you choose what's going to come up this weekend. And of course, SmackDown.
And don't forget,
guys, Saturday night we are hitting the road, myself and himself. O22. We shall be there vlogging in person to give you all of the OTT news coming your way this weekend. We are super hyped, super excited. Bring it on. Will Ospreay. We want it all and cannot wait. If you see us there, give us a wave, say hello. You'll definitely hear me and see him. So yes, definitely. And yeah, guys, have a fabulous week. Once again, congratulations, Phil. And guys, have a fabulous evening. See you all on our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed. What are you doing? Get on it. It's WrestleSlam for all of our latest podcast interviews and news. See you all soon, guys.